Bill Oddie entertained Britain for decades as an acclaimed comedian and co-creator of the wildly popular series The Goodies. Later in life, he found a new calling, educating the public about wildlife conservation through beloved shows like Spring Watch. Now in his 80s, Bill Oddie candidly admits he's lost enthusiasm for the spotlight amidst mental health struggles. Join Facts First as we chart his evolution from famous funny man to respected naturalist. Early life. Bill Oddie's journey from a humble beginning to a multifaceted celebrity is a tale of transformation and perseverance. Oddie was born in 1941 in Rockdale, a large town in Greater Manchester, and spent his formative years largely in Birmingham. The city's bustling environment and cultural diversity undoubtedly played a role in shaping his early perspectives and ambitions. He attended Lappel Primary School, followed by Halesowen Grammar School and King Edward's School in Birmingham. These institutions, known for their academic rigor, provided Oddie with a solid foundation in various subjects. But it was at Pembroke College, Cambridge, where Oddie's penchant for the arts truly flourished. He earned his MA there in English literature. Cambridge was where Oddie's comedic and artistic talents began to take center stage. He became an active participant in several Cambridge Footlights productions, a student comedy club that has been the launchpad for many notable British comedians and actors. During his time with the Footlights, Oddie collaborated with future comedy legends like John Cleese, Tim Brooke-Taylor, Graham Chapman, and Jonathan Lynn. The Footlights production Cambridge Circus, in which Oddie played a significant role, gained widespread acclaim, leading to its transfer to the West End and Broadway. Oddie's performance received rave reviews, marking his entry into the world of professional comedy and entertainment. While still at university, he also contributed to the British comedy scene by writing scripts for the BBC TV show That Was the Week That Was, a satirical program that mocked political and social issues of the time. After university, he contemplated becoming an English teacher or the warden of a bird observatory, but the allure of show business proved irresistible. The Goodies era. The Goodies, with its offbeat humor and unconventional narrative style, distinguished itself from other comedy series of its time. It saw a successful run for over 10 years and was conceptualized and brought to life by Oddie, along with his co-stars Tim Brooke-Taylor and Graham Garden. The show's formula, a mix of surreal sketches and slapstick humor, resonated with a wide audience, earning it a special place in the annals of British comedy. Oddie's contributions went beyond acting. He co-wrote the scripts, bringing his sharp wit and literary background to the forefront. His creative input was vital in crafting the show's distinct comedic voice. Oddie's musical talents were another cornerstone of the Goodies. He was responsible for several albums and a string of British top 10 hits, including the memorable and humorously iconic songs The Funky Gibbon and The In-Betweenies. Both tracks not only achieved commercial success, turning into silver discs, but also reinforced the show's cultural impact. His work on The Goodies garnered international recognition and several awards, including 2 Silver Roses of Montreux and an Emmy nomination, cementing the show's place in the global entertainment landscape. The popularity of The Goodies led to the release of compilations, further amplifying its reach and solidifying Oddie's status as a household name. Beyond The Goodies, Oddie's career in entertainment was diverse. He co-wrote hundreds of hours of radio and television comedy, showcasing his prowess as a writer. His foray into children's entertainment was marked by starring roles in comedy drama TV series, expanding his audience base and demonstrating his versatility. His stage presence was equally dynamic, ranging from rock concerts and pantomime to more classical roles like Coco in The Mikado for the English National Opera. His one-man shows, Follow That Bird and Bill Oddie Unplugged, often in collaboration with Stephen Moss, his producer, further showcased his talent. Embracing the wild. After the success of The Goodies, Oddie embarked on a path less traveled, turning his lifelong hobby of bird watching into a professional pursuit. This shift marked a significant transformation in his career. His interest in birds and wildlife, a constant companion since his youth, gradually took center stage in his career. It was driven by a deep-seated passion for the natural world, a stark contrast to the bustling world of showbiz he had inhabited for decades. This change was not just a career move, but a personal journey, bringing him closer to the subjects that fascinated him since childhood. In a new role as a wildlife presenter, Oddie brought a fresh perspective to the field. His approach combined an enthusiast's zeal with an entertainer's flair, making wildlife and birdwatching accessible and engaging to a broader audience. His transition saw him author several books on the subject, including the notable Bill Oddie's Little Black Bird book, praised by British Birds magazine as the funniest book on birdwatching, as well as Birdwatching with Bill Oddie, acclaimed by Country Life magazine as an excellent guide for beginners. Other titles like Gone Birding, Follow That Bird, and the field guide Bill Oddie's Birds of Britain and Ireland further established him as an authoritative voice in birdwatching. His works, often illustrated with his own photographs and drawings, reflect his hands-on approach and deep connection with the subject matter. Children's books like Birdwatching for the Under-10s and Bill Oddie's coloring guides showcased his ability to engage younger audiences, fostering an early appreciation for wildlife. His involvement in the popular BBC Two series Spring Watch and Autumn Watch and the accompanying book How to Watch Wildlife marked a high point in his career as a wildlife presenter. Conservationist and Author. Oddie's engagement in conservation efforts is far-reaching and impactful. He has served as a council member for several prestigious organizations dedicated to wildlife preservation, including the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, the Wildfowl and Wetlands Trust, and the Worldwide Fund for Nature. His role is not just ceremonial. Oddie actively participates in their initiatives, leveraging his public profile to advocate for environmental issues and wildlife protection. Additionally, as the president of the Northumberland Wildlife Trust, Oddie represents influential bodies like BirdLife International and Friends of the Earth. His commitment to conservation is evident in his personal life, too. He's been married to Laura Beaumont, a creative partner who shares his passion for wildlife and the environment. Together, they've worked on various projects, combining their talents in writing and illustration. Their collaboration includes works like The Toilet Book, a bestseller in the UK and abroad, and Megatot, a children's comic character for Fantail. This partnership not only highlights Oddie's personal dedication to environmental and wildlife causes, but also demonstrates how his private and professional lives intersect in many ways. Recent years. In June of 2020, Bill Oddie revealed he had been nigh on comatose for nearly a year after developing lithium poisoning. This frightening ordeal was not his first health crisis. He was diagnosed with clinical depression in 2001 and had struggled with severe depressive episodes throughout his life. In 2009, he was reportedly admitted to a psychiatric hospital for depression care. In recent years, he's been open about his diminished enthusiasm for performing and feeling displaced. In 2020, he admitted his past few years had been grim, leaving him unable to work and losing his drive. Oddie poignantly wondered if he was no longer wanted in the industry that once embraced him. Now in his 80s, Bill Oddie still participates in select projects highlighting environmental issues he cares about, like his 2021 investigation into illegal fox hunting. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of Bill Oddie? Let us know in the comments section below.